Hello, guitarist Miles Okazaki here, and this is a video to go along with a book that I wrote called Fundamentals of Guitar. There's a section near the end of the book called Rhythmic tiling. I thought I'd give a couple examples of that. Rhythmic tiling could be thought of as like, rhythm is like your time that you have is like an area that can be filled in with things, like as if it was a floor and you're filling it in with tiles. And you don't want the tiles to be on top of each other, and you don't want them to be holes in the tiles. You're filling up whole space without any overlaps and without any gaps, right? So, and you make making one continuous like weaving thing. Very simple version of this might be something like, okay, downbeats in a duple feel, with upbeats. Okay, so this is like really simple tiling, and that all the space is filled because you're playing downbeats here and you got upbeats here. Okay, maybe it's a triple feel. So this is just the negative space of this, right? If I change this, maybe or some drum pattern like a paradiddle. That's the same type of thing. In fact, a paradiddle is like a little rhythmic canon, which is actually the subject of this thing. Rhythmic canon being that you're playing the same rhythm in both hands, or in both melodies, or whatever it is. It's the same rhythm fills itself in and tiles all the space. This is paradiddle is like like. That's the rhythm in one hand, right? But you see, when you put them both together, I'm playing the same rhythm in both hands, but it's offset in such a way that they fill in all the space, right? Let me do a version of this on guitar. So you could make any kind of canon pretty easily by just taking a rhythm and then filling in the space and then combining it a certain kind of way. So like, I'll give you an example. It's easier that way. So, gong, 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 gong. Okay? I'm just giving the beat here. So, don, 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 don. This is a 4-beat pattern. Don, 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 don. 4-beat rhythm. Okay? The negative space of that then will be don, 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 gong. Right? So now you have this other rhythm. This is a new rhythm. Right? And if I take this rhythm and I put it onto the end of the other rhythm, the first one, I get a longer rhythm. Boom, gong, 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 right, etc. And you can see that if I play that rhythm, then I should be able to fit. It should be able to fill itself in if I just offset it the same way I did with the paradiddle. Let's see if I can do this. I might mess this up, so give me a chance. Let's see. I'm making a little bass line. Same rhythm. Here's the beat. Now I'm going to bring in another melody. here's just the top melody. Same melody, but so what I did was I took that melody and then I transposed it up by an octave and a fifth, so that it would have a nice separation between the two, and I could hear the two melodies kind of interlocking. And you can see how those two rhythms kind of fit together, and they filled all the space. And then I could take one away and then bring it back, and take the other one away and bring it back, and that it helped to build some independence, you know, in the hands, and try to feel like you know, you can get one melody to kind of sing, you know, and not just be just a physical memorization type of thing. Alright, so I'll give an example of a more complicated canon. This is in 3 parts and in octaves, and where each melody comes in is an octave higher than the previous one, and the time cycle is longer. It's in instead of in 16 like the previous one, this one's in 39. Okay, the beginning of each melody is like this: F to E. You hear them come in like that. The first melody is like this. Right, that's the top. The time's here. I'm going to bring in the next melody. Here. At the octave. Two melodies. Third melody. So it's all just, now it becomes just a continuous flow, continuous thing that's filling up all the space. I might play this more rhythmically and a little faster so you could hear like more dynamic sounds, like right, and so on and so on. This turns into another section, but that's sort of an intro to a song that sets up a texture. But it's interesting as an exercise to try to do these things, to get some independence in the hands and get some individual melodies happening and stuff. That particular one, you might see that it's kind of requires some kind of unusual stretches. This thing, I'm going from an A flat flat with a C sharp on the top, you know, so it's, or G sharp with a C sharp. So it's kind of maybe not suitable for everybody, but you can make your own, you know. That's just one that I came up with. All right, check out the book if you're interested in this kind of stuff, and there's more videos on all kinds of topics. And thanks for watching. All right.